So earlier this year, Samsung came out with their phone, which was the S8 and the S8 Plus. And of course now, the Note 8 is out, and it's been out for, well, I guess a handful of months now. I mean, the iPhone X just launched, right? So when the S8 came out, the Samsung S8, there was a button on it. It was a button built into the phone. Now, this is the Note 8, but it was built into I believe, the same place. It was a button right here. There's a light that's flickering on and off, guys, so I'm trying to get it to work. Doesn't matter, but if you see it going on and off, I do stuff for you guys. When I make this video, I want the lighting to be good. I want you to be able to see me. Let me try to hit this. There we go. All right. So there's a button right here, and it's called Bixby. And what Bixby was a button on the phone that was designed to be an assistant. So you can hit the button, or you can actually say stuff, and it will do stuff for you. So let's try it. We'll say, "Hi, Bixby. Set an alarm for tomorrow at 11 in the morning."
Done. I've set an alarm for 11 o'clock a.m.
Alright, so you see how that's kind of cool? You can just tell it what to do and it will do stuff. You can actually, yeah, if you guys have Tinder, you can actually have it open up Tinder and swipe right on Tinder, which is kind of cool. So anyway, it was like this button that was a personal assistant. But here's the thing. When Samsung launched the phone, the S8, that had the button, so it wasn't a feature, it was a button that was built into the phone, the Bixby button, it wasn't even working yet. Didn't even work. You couldn't use it. It wasn't developed. And it took them some time. I don't know the exact time frame, guys. I'm sure you could look it up. I want to say a month or two before they actually got it going. So they launched a phone that had a button on it that wasn't functional yet. How strange is that? I remember last year when the iPhone 7 Plus came out, and there was times when it would freeze. So it would freeze, and then they had to do a bunch of software updates, and it took them a few months to kind of get the glitches out of it. Now, why is it that there are these big companies? I mean, Samsung and Apple are some big companies, right? You know, you probably don't have to be in, and we know Apple makes other products and phones. Samsung has a whole line of other products besides cell phones. These massive companies come out with products that are kind of faulty, that don't work all the way, or they come out with something like the Bixby button that doesn't even work yet. It took them a couple months to get it working. Well, they know a concept that all successful people know. They know the concept that all successful people know. And as soon as you know this concept and you understand it and you realize this is how the world works, you will start to be successful in things that you do. When I got started promoting, guys, I knew nothing about promoting. And I tried a bunch of shit that didn't work. I tried to hand out flyers. Wasn't that successful. I tried to hire promoters and I would meet up with them. Now you think that might work, right? Handing out flyers and meeting up with people once I got to a point where I could hire promoters wasn't really that successful. But I did enough things and I figured it out. And basically what I did, guys, is I did the same thing Apple and Samsung did. I did the same thing that all successful people did. I did the same thing that you want to do if you want to be successful, make lots of money, and really win in any area of life. I got started before I had it all figured out. I started the journey. I took the first steps. I started some stuff, and guess what, guys? Some of the stuff I did worked out well. Some of the stuff I did didn't work out so well. But I kept going. I just started the journey. A lot of people think that they have to know everything there is to know before they can get started in something. They think they have to know all the ins and outs of stuff. They think they have to have everything figured out and have everything worked out before they can take a first step. And the people that think like that are never successful because you will never have everything figured out. Guys, Samsung's Note 7 blew up last year. Let's see how much Samsung does a year. Samsung sales in a year. Samsung's Electronics announced second quarter 2013 of KRW 61 trillion. I don't know if that's the total profit, whatever that is. I'm sure that's not the total profit. I'm not sure exactly. We know Samsung makes a lot of money, right? The phone they made, and they're a very successful company, the phone they made last year blew up. The Note 7 blew up. They had to recall all the Note 7s that they made. Okay, you remember that, right? You heard about that on the news? You remember that, right? It blew up. The phone was blowing up. They had to take all their phones back, lost a crap ton of money. Guess what, guys? They kept fucking going forward. The Apple iPhone, the 6, when it came out, it was bending a little bit. The material was it was kind of bad. It wasn't bad, but it was easy to bend it, right? They had a big problem with the iPhone 6. Guess what? Apple's still doing pretty good now. They had the iPhone 8 that came out. A few months, what was that? I guess a few months ago, the iPhone X just came out, right? A few days ago, or a couple days ago, whatever it is. Sometime recently, sometime in the last week, they're doing good. What all successful people do, guys, businesses, people, is they get started. They run into problems, right? The iPhone blowing up, or the Note 8 blowing up, the iPhone being bent, iPhone having glitches in it. When I got started with promoting, I would do things. Sometimes I tried to bring in a celebrity and it wouldn't work out well, but I kept going forward. If you want to be successful, if you want to make a lot of money, you want to get started now. Get started today. Even though you don't have everything figured out. You will never have everything figured out, guys. Even when I ended promoting, I still didn't have anything figured out. I was making $100,000 a year promoting. Still didn't have everything figured out. But guess what? I did enough stuff and I went through enough trial and error where I had enough figured out where I can make $100,000 a year working about a half an hour a week. Not bad. Get started now. Get started fast. When you run into problems, deal with the problems. Realize they're part of success, they're part of winning, they're part of making money. The essence of being successful is problem solving. And you have faith in the process. You must have faith that I'm going to go this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to push through it enough, and I will eventually be successful at it. That's what I got for you guys. Aaron Goldsten here, signing off. If you like my channel, definitely subscribe, because I'm always putting out free content for you guys on how to be successful and how to make lots of money.